Hi everyone. Hope you are fine. Today we are talking about the best in-ear headphones to buy in 2018. Subscribe our channel for more informative videos. Also like, share and comment on our videos. KEF M100. The KEF M100 in-ears have been around a few years, and have gradually ascended to number 1 on this list as I've come to appreciate their charms more and more, over time. They've got an unfashionably open and accurate sound, rather than the overtly bassy sound that many buds push. They don't lack bass, they just don't provide an excess of it. As such, they're reliably excellent with all forms of music, although you do need to turn the volume up higher than with some in-ears, presumably due to higher impedance. Another thing that's really grown on me is the very simple yet comfortable and reliable fit. There's no need to wrap them around your ears, screw them into your ear holes, or get out the comply tips with these ones. I've used the default tips on everything from flights to gym trips and they always stay in place, providing decent but not claustrophobic noise isolation. With a high-performance 10mm driver and precision-cut aluminium casing in a choice of colors, they also look highly classy, and I can vouch. Sennheiser Momentum M2 If you're after a reliably good pair of headphones, Sennheiser is as good a starting point as any. Its first earphones from the Momentum line are a good few years old now, but earphones just don't date like most tech products do. The M2 boasts fantastically detailed sound, plenty of bass and dedicated versions for both iOS and Android. There are plenty of other strong in-ear options from Sennheiser, notably the IE range, but the Momentum M2 pulls off the killer combo of strong audio, reasonable pricing and smart looks. They also fit comfortably in the ear, not as deeply as some, but then many people don't like those kinds of full-bore ear stuffers. If there's one area that the M2 shows its age, it's in the fact that the ear tips are the old-fashioned, domed type, rather than more modernist favorites such as shaped silicone, comply, or hooked. You can always buy those separately, though. Flares Audio Flares Pro. It may look more like some sort of kit for would-be electricians, but the Flares Pro is one of the best pairs of in-ear headphones I've ever heard, for the money. They come in a fantastically designed box made of a material reminiscent of acoustic wall tiles, accompanied by a veritable plethora of tips, suitable for just about every type of ear and way of listening. That is just as well, as the Flares Pro is fairly unforgiving of being poor-fitted. In fact, to be blunt, with the wrong tips, it sounds crap. Experiment till you find the right pair, and the magic will happen. As usual, I favored a medium-sized squashy, comply-style one. As with a lot of higher-end IEMs, the Pro does benefit from being used with a high-quality source or a decent headphone DAC, but even from my old iPhone SIXS, once you push the volume up, the Flares Pro offers up exceptional clarity across the whole spectrum, with enough bass to really kick the music along. Even at their slightly testing price, the Flares Pro would be a decent deal just as a pair of wired in-ears. The really extraordinary thing about them is they also come with a Bluetooth DAC. Yes, the 3.5mm cable can be screwed off, and a very high-quality, wireless receiver added instead. Brainwaves B200. Our first thought on opening the box on the unpromisingly named Brainwaves B200 balanced armature headphones was, wow, that looks plasticky and crap. Just goes to show how wrong first impressions can be. Once fitted with the supplied comply tips, a range of silicone ones are also included, but gave a much less pleasing fit. For us, these sound really stellar. Admittedly, if you like your bass pumpin', you might find the more nuanced low-end performance of the B200 a bit light, but we found them fine with everything but the most thunderous, dub-inflected sounds. The sound bristles with life and clarity, and they're just very, very easy to listen to overall. The plastickiness also works in the B200's favor in terms of being very lightweight and comfortable to wear. Just loop the cables over your ears, then insert firmly. With the comply tips adding excellent noise isolation, these are highly addictive headphones. Sound Magic E10C. In a market saturated with statement headphones, the E10C prove you don't have to spend big to get big sound. The all-aluminium casing is a rarity at this price, as is the cross-platform inline mic and remote that works equally with Android and iOS. Light, comfortable and unobtrusive, they have a spirited sound that's very enjoyable. There may be a touch heavy on the bass, but for anything other than plaintive, acoustic moments, the E10C are a winning mix of good looks, pumping audio and low price. RH82I. A step up the price trail towards the summit of mount expensiveness, the RH82I is nonetheless still hugely desirable. Sound is superb across the board, here, but if you for some reason don't find it quite right, there are actually 3 clever, interchangeable filters included, which customize the audio profile to suit your taste. The options, as you'd imagine, are regular, treble boost for opera lovers, and bass boost for all dubstep mans dem. Made of steel, they're among the more solid in-ear phones we've tried, but although they could easily verge on heavy and uncomfortable, they're actually pretty comfortable, thanks to the moldable around-ear wires. With a large array of tips in the box, you're bound to find one that fits, and noise isolation is also impressive. Bose SoundTrue Ultra. We liked the original SoundTrue range for its solid build quality, sport-inspired ear tips and consistent sound quality. Upgraded this year and all the better for it, they boast a super soft and seriously secure fit that's as comfortable as anything we've worn lately. While not the sexiest thing we've ever put in our ears, they're ideal for long listening sessions, with a pleasingly rich sound across a wide frequency range. Piano Play Beoplay H3. In line with the Piano Play range in general, the H3 is an elegant pair of premium headphones that looks better than similar sounding rivals, but also charges you a little more for the privilege. Or quite a lot more, if you want the gunmetal ones. Also available in black, silver, and champagne gold, the H3 has a milled aluminium casing that looks bloody lovely and is also very light at 13 grams. The custom-built, 10.8mm divers and micro bass port give some extra oomph, but the H3 doesn't boom unnecessarily, instead giving a brisk, generous, and well-balanced delivery that's easy to listen to, whatever your tastes. You can admittedly get better sounding in-ear headphones around the $100/$100 mark, but the mix of sound and style that the H3 serves up is very alluring. Grado GR10. Really expensive in-ear monitors, IEM, are a growing market segment, which is a little surprising given that they should be intrinsically less comfortable and less impressive sonically than similarly high-priced over-ear headphones. However, if that's the market you're buying into, Grado are your boys. The GR10 don't sit in the ear as firmly as some, and you can forget about the bass-forward, rockin' sound generally associated with in-ear headphones. These have a far more audiophile-friendly, clean sound, suitable for long-term listening in discerning ears. We actually prefer the Onkyo's below sonically, but these feel better made, and also arguably, better targeted at audiophiles. Onkyo E900MB. Another premium pair that sits more into the realm of in-ear monitors. These are as expensive as a very decent pair of over-ears, but then they also sound about as good as a very decent pair of over-ears. In contrast to the Grado GR10, these do feel rather flimsy and plasticky given their high price, and they're not as comfortable either, although they are more suited to wearing whilst walking, due to a better fit. They sound quite fantastic, perhaps more colored and bass forwards than the more uncompromisingly transparent Grados, but I actually prefer that as a rule. The price is a bit off-putting, given how fragile they appear. Libratone Q Adapt in-ear. A bit of an outlier, these are the best of the rather small number of in-ear headphones with a lightning connector, for recent iPhones. As a result, they're able to offer very decent noise cancelling, without requiring a battery case, and without majorly running down your iPhone's battery either. The level of noise reduction can be dialed up and down to suit your surroundings. It's tailored for city noise rather than the low drone of an airplane, and a pass-through mode lets you talk to others without removing your earphones. With or without the noise cancelling, audio is lively and highly enjoyable on the Q Adapt. Try as I might, I never found a tip that would make them reliably stay in my ears, however. But maybe that's just me.